Are we mildly unqualified for this?
Absolutely, we are.
Are we gonna do it anyway, though?
100%. 3, 2, 1.
Action!
Oh,
You like that?
I did. Hello?
Welcome
back.
to the Mildly Unqualified Pod.
We're back.
We're back.
Another week of bullshit and chaos.
How's your week been?
Well, we're filming on Tuesday instead of Monday, and it feels like it should be Saturday.
It feels like Thursday to me today.
I wish it was fucking Thursday.
Same.
Yeah, still got a long ways to go this week, but so far,
yeah.
It's okay. How's your week?
My week has been already so long. I'm the reason that we didn't film yesterday. And
I wasn't gonna say it.
It was a long morning. Riley got home at like 4:30 in the morning, and so me and Theo were up at 4:30 in the morning. We tried to like go lay in Theo's room for a while to go back to sleep. It wasn't happening. He has like his little kitchen in his room, so it was like we were laying there, and then by this point it was probably like, I don't know, like 6:30 or something. He's like, "Mom, let me like make you a coffee in bed." I'm like, "Okay, sure."
Real coffee or
So-
fake coffee?
Fake coffee from his
Oh,
little kitchen.
for fuck's sakes.
He's 3, dude. He can't work a coffee machine. Actually, he does know how to do it. He helps
Well,
me.
I know, but how nice would that be if it was a real coffee?
I'll train him up by
there
next
we go.
year.
Next year.
But yeah, so then he's like walking over to his little kitchen. I'm just like laying there, wishing I was asleep. And he goes, "Mom, why is like my mat wet?" And I'm like, "What do you mean it's wet?" Like thinking he spilt water or something. So I'm like, "Well, just go get a cloth and like wipe it up and then continue making my coffee."
Clean your
And he's
shit
like,
up.
"No, like, Mom, it's really wet." I'm like, "Okay." So I get up and go and look at it, and one of the cats peed all over his like foam mat. Keep in mind it's foam. Okay? I don't know how to clean cat pee out of foam.
You don't. You throw it out.
Well, I did throw it out. So it was all over that. It was like all over his Hot Wheels and stuff. So I like throw those in the bathtub with a bunch of stuff. And I still have to like go to work.
And this is all happening
So-
at 6 a.m.
Yeah, so I'm like trying to get Theo dressed, and Theo's having a meltdown because Riley was home because he had Monday off. And I was like, "No, like, you're going to school. Dad will pick you up early. You're going to school." So he was having an absolute meltdown. So I ended up just being like, "Nope, it's fine. Like, you're staying. I'm leaving. Bye. Have fun."
Dad can deal with it.
Yeah. It was a long morning. So I think it was as I was driving to work or something, I text Celine, and I'm like, "I don't have it in me today."
No, you texted me at 6:18 a.m.
Oh, it was early.
It was early. It was
Yeah,
because I
was
rolled
like, "Hey,
over.
We can't film today."
I rolled over and I saw your text and I was like, "Oh."
I think I started. I was like, "We can't film today. I am not in the mood."
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh." And
Yeah.
I was almost scared to ask what happened, and then you just unleashed the chaos.
Yeah,
And
it was a long morning.
And that was a Monday
And
to
it was
make
a
things
Monday.
even better for you.
Yeah.
And then it was like, what, 10 a.m.? And you're like, "Well, Riley isn't answering my texts." And I'm like scared that Theo's out wandering the world.
Yeah, but it was fine. Everybody was alive. It was great. And then we ordered takeout for dinner.
As you should.
We were going to go out.
Mm-hmm.
And then Theo was having none of it. He didn't want to wear shoes. He wanted to bring single thing he owned. He wanted to wear his PJs. And I was like, took my shoes off. I was like, "We're ordering food."
We're not
I was
doing
so hungry. I was tired. I was a cranky girl yesterday.
Rightfully so, though. If I got woken up at 4:30 in the fucking morning and then had to go deal with cat piss everywhere.
The cat piss really was like my tipping point.
Where's the guillotine?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't fucking blame you at all.
Yeah. So that was my morning.
Actually crashed out hard yesterday.
Yeah.
But as you should. I probably wouldn't have gone to work if that was my morning.
I honestly thought about not. I had such a slow day anyways. And then, yeah. Anyways, I worked.
Just mom things. But
This drink tastes a lot better than it smells. Have you ever sniffed it?
yeah, don't love it.
It kind of smells like a fart. Sniff it. Sniff
No,
it.
get that away
Just
from
sniff
me.
it. You
I've
know it's not a
smelled
fart,
it
it's a
before.
drink. Just sniff it.
It does. It smells
I
like
don't
a
know
fart.
why. It doesn't taste like that. It's blue raspberry.
I know it tastes good, but it smells like a fart.
Yeah, I just won't breathe when I'm. I just won't breathe. I'm tired.
That was really good.
Oh,
That was a good one.
yeah, but anyways,
So yeah, we didn't film yesterday, but I was so happy when you texted me that we weren't filming because I just finished.
I love when people cancel plans.
No, it's my favorite thing when people are like, "Hey, actually, it doesn't work for me." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Thank God," because I wanted to stay home anyways.
I know. It's my favorite thing when somebody texts me like, "Hey, I'm so sorry. Today's not going to work." I'm like, "Thank God," because I made those plans when I was feeling social, not my hermit self.
Yeah. Sometimes I get I think highly of myself, and I think that I have I'm so sorry to make you joke. But sometimes I'm just I feel like I have this full social battery and I'm ready for anything. And then I do something for 2 minutes that involves talking to people and I'm like, oh, I fucking hate everybody.
I don't know how, back in the day, I worked, well, you still do this because you work 2 jobs. I can't do that anymore.
So
but
much.
I'm a mom.
That is your second job.
But I used to work back to back, and one of them was overnights. It was back when I worked at the vet. So I would do overnights, and then I would work in the restaurant. So I would get home at 7 a.m., sleep for 2 hours, go and open the restaurant at 10 a.m., work, and still somehow had time to party.
No, I actually
partied hard.
I 4 years ago would be able to work so I used to work 9 a.m. or 9:30 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would start at my other job at 5:15 and I would work till 10:30.
Yeah.
So that's 13 hours. Quick math.
Quick.
But and then I would go out after and I'd go to the bar and I would drink for another 5 hours and I would wake up on a Saturday and literally do the same thing. I would work all day, all night, and then go to party again. I'm like, yeah. I don't know how I lived.
And I would get home from 2 shifts. Amanda would have 10 shot glasses lined up.
Ew, I'm
Cabs are already outside.
Cabs are here.
Cabs are already outside. I have a few videos, and I used to be able to slam shots like no other. And I did it so gracefully. Now I
would throw up.
I can't. People are shots, and I'm like, I'm going home.
I think it's because when I was 12, I loved watching Jersey Shore.
Who didn't?
So I think I always had it in my mind that you work and then you play.
Yeah.
And I can't fucking do that anymore. They were my age now when they were doing that, and I don't fucking get it because I work.
Well, they were also getting paid to do it.
This is true. If I was getting paid to do it, I could make it work. But let's be real, I would still not. No, I would go home. No.
And that's why we wouldn't be on TV, because we would not be interesting.
I do think I could make a good reality TV because I'm just so fucking stupid.
I could not.
Some of the things I say.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just such a dumbass.
Yeah.
That it could be entertaining, but
it could be.
It wouldn't be entertaining for very long because
it would be short.
We would hit a 3-hour mark and I'd be like, that's it. That's all I've got.
Everybody.
I'm going to bed.
See you in a week.
So I know you don't watch Summer House, but Paige, Amanda, and Sierra are 3 people in Summer House, and they would literally just always be in bed. And
that sounds so nice.
No, I loved it. And then this year, so each summer, everybody gets to throw a party. They get to host a themed party.
Cool.
And this year they did a slumber party.
Oh.
And there was giant beds everywhere. And
so fun.
my dream. My dream.
I love
But
that.
I was really excited when you said that we weren't filming yesterday because I just finished Iron Flame on Sunday night, which meant that yesterday I could come home from work and just start reading Onyx Storm.
That's true.
I was so happy. So I did a little bit of work after work. Like I had made some content.
Yeah.
And then I was like, nobody talk to me for the rest of the day. Phone's on Do Not Disturb. And I dove in.
Yeah.
It was lovely.
I love that.
I know. It was really
I want
nice.
you to read Zodiac Academy.
I can probably do that. I have a lot of books on my to be read.
I have like 76 books on my TBR right
So my birthday is coming up. And I have been making it very clear.
Just get you book stuff.
No, I want a Kindle.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
Obviously. So
you get so much bang for your buck.
Yeah. And then one of my, I don't think I can say this. One of my friends, I'm going to say it anyways, is like, I can teach you how to like download things for free. I don't know if I can say that.
There's honestly the only books that I've bought. Well, I bought all like the ACOTARs on there. And I bought.
But like, there's a lot of free
Onyx
shit.
Storm. But like, besides that, and I've read like hundreds of books.
Yeah, you read
Kindle.
a lot of books on your Kindle. So I've made it very
like
clear.
All the Zodiac Academies.
All 12.
All 12.
Oh, free?
Kindle Unlimited. Yeah.
Wow.
And Kindle Unlimited is only like $10 a month.
Done.
So I'm like,
that's like
I'm reading
a third of one book.
3 books in a month.
Yeah.
Probably more.
Probably
not
more.
now. Zodiac Academy. I told you.
Yeah,
right?
they're like 1,200 pages. That's absurd.
I think it's like book 8 and 9 because I always like to kind of like look ahead and like see how much pages. Wow, that took me a while to get there.
The gears are turning.
Staring at your eyebrow.
Well, it's really itchy. I don't know what's going on.
But yeah, 1,200. I think one of them's 1,400.
See,
I'm like, do you know how many books? I'm not going to be able to get to my 50 books this year. I'm only at 36.
Only. I'm at 19, which is like really good for me.
That is really good.
You're like, that's a Tuesday. But like.
Well, no, I read a lot.
I get though what you're saying. Like 1,400 pages. That's a fucking textbook.
What did I say? It's an encyclopedia.
Yeah. No, I don't know if I could do that. But
if it's on Kindle Unlimited, it doesn't really feel like that.
That's true.
Because your book is this big.
That's true.
So you don't notice.
I feel like I would be hard to like keep my attention for 1,400 pages. I wouldn't remember page 1 by the time I got to page 1,000.
I know.
How do you keep track of that?
I don't know.
Interesting.
But yeah, so I'm pretty excited. I haven't started book 3.
I can't wait for us to be done this so I can start reading again. I have Ashley's location and she was like, okay, I'm on my way. And I was like, cool. And I was like, okay, it'll probably take her like 20 minutes to get here. I was like, okay.
I was quick, wasn't I?
You were way too quick. I had to stop in the middle of a chapter.
I even sat in the car for like 2 minutes and listened to my audiobook.
Anyways, enough on our exciting lives. All we do is read.
So on Sunday, we hosted a Botox party.
Yes, with Botox by Anika. We did a little like collab video with her that we posted.
Anika's great. She's one of our favorite people.
She is so I work with her at my clinic, and such a like beautiful friendship. That is kind of
I love her. Not that I like know her. That me and her we went to New York together.
You went to New York together, yeah. But like, no, literally just the nicest human, and she gives me Botox. No,
Anika is fantastic. If you ever need Botox.
But it was really fun. There was like, I don't know, maybe like 10 girls there. We did like a full charcuterie and like lots of snacks, and
I make a mean charcuterie board.
Yeah, you killed that. I was too busy like running around trying to clean and get other things set up. So I relinquished my power to, you want to know, this is so off topic, but in last week's episode, you were trying to say like when somebody texts you with
punctuation,
you said it like, oh, what's the word that you said? What does it mean to be what's it mean?
Punctuality.
Punctuality.
Is that not a word? That's right.
Oh. Maybe I'm just the stupid one.
Probably.
Okay, we're gonna go back on that next week.
Well, now you're making me second guess.
Because I swear the word that you said wasn't the right word, and I was laughing so hard, but it may have just been.
I think you're just dumb.
Maybe it was me. Okay, anyways, so we hosted a really fun Botox party. And yeah, and it was just really fun. It was probably like 3 hours? Not even. And yeah, it was just like,
we made like cute little goodie bags for everybody.
Yeah, it was really cute.
Little Botox by Anika sleep masks.
Yeah.
That's cute.
And yeah, and then like we all just got.
Anika's so cute. She got me a Bookman gift card.
I know, I told her to.
Oh. Well,
so we originally like had only enough like gift bags for those who were like coming for Botox. So then Ashley and Alana, who
I volunteered as tribute.
Well, no, I told you you weren't getting one because I didn't have enough.
Mind, and I said, I
know, but I knew that you wouldn't mind. But Alana came to do content for Anika, and then Ashley was supposed to be doing content, didn't.
I was also mothering.
You were
Theo
mothering.
was there.
Theo was there. Anyways, I'm just fucking with you.
Dick.
So then I was like, we should put together cute little gift bags for them because they don't get one of ours. And I was like, we should get Ashley a Bookman gift card because I knew
that's so cute of you.
that would like hit the spot for you.
Thank you.
She bought me a Paper Bag Princess book. Aww. Because I have a Paper Bag Princess.
Cute.
Reusable bag.
That's so cute.
I know, it was really cute.
Pop off, Anika.
Yeah. So I mean, just like add it to the list of why we love her.
Yeah, she's great.
But yeah, my Botox is setting in, which thank fucking God.
Same.
No more like, oh yeah, you're really. I'm still like, I'm only 2 days.
The backs of my eyebrows move.
I love that.
Same.
Yeah, in the last like week at work, I've had so many people come up to me and be like, what is wrong? I'm like, what do you mean? And they're like, you look so mad. I'm like, oh, my Botox wore off. I was like, I'm waiting to get my next. Because I'm a very facially expressionate person.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know. Yeah, everybody knows. Because it's the eyebrows and the eyes. I got really good at controlling them during COVID when we had to wear masks. But I can't figure out how to control my mouth again.
The whole time under the mask, when I'd be like,
fucking.
I'd be like,
yeah, literally, I'm like pissed.
I'm like,
but my eyebrows are like my eyes are like smiling, but my mouth is not. And it was really, really nice. But now I always just have like this gross, like stank face on because I'm just like, the face.
I know the face.
So anyways, I get Botox to help with that. I also have one really crazy eyebrow.
You do.
Which I've been self-conscious about my whole life. This eyebrow is literally always like high to the heavens. Like
it is.
It's running off my face.
It just chills.
Yeah, but now I have even eyebrows. Somebody told me they were going to miss my evil eyebrow. And I was like, I will never fucking miss that bitch a day in my life. No. Every one of my brother's wedding photos, I look at them and my one eyebrow is so like on guard. It pisses me off. And I can never fix it.
I'm acting like I can see that far because our wedding pictures are on your fridge.
Yeah. They're not cute.
You look real cute at my wedding.
I was really sweaty. I like looked at the photos that you printed me. I was like, oh my God.
Sweaty?
My hair is like
sweaty in
them? In a couple of them. I mean, it was also like an August day in the Okanagan. Yeah. And I'm a sweaty bitch on a Tuesday in December, so.
Mel went under my dress a couple times to fan my cooch.
Oh, yeah. That's the only way to do it. But yeah, anyways, if you want Botox to feel like a young, beautiful child again, Botox by Anika, hit her up. She's great. We love her.
What did I tell Anika? Oh, so we all look like soft little babies.
Yes.
Soft little babies.
It like is crazy like how soft it makes your skin look. The first time I got it done, I was like,
do I look soft?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like
so do you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
The first time I got it done, I was actually shocked.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's really addicting though. Like, it's such a
Wow.
dangerous rabbit hole to be getting into, but I love it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Um, yeah, so like that's probably gonna become like a 3-month thing. Every 3 to 4 months, I'm gonna host a Botox party.
Might as well.
It was fun as fuck. I mean,
It
I
was
probably
really
wouldn't
fun.
go like all out again.
Mhm.
Like maybe like snacks and shit, but like fuck a goodie
We
bag
could
next
really
time.
like tone it down next time.
Yeah, but I don't know how to tone it down when
Neither
I'm
do I. We
hosting.
love to throw a good
We
party.
love to throw a good party. That's why we're great together because we both just throw. We don't know when to stop.
We
Like,
don't know when to stop.
we both go so overboard, but it
Yeah,
makes for a good fucking time. So that's all that matters.
exactly.
Yeah. So last week on the pod, or no, on my Instagram,
Sometime.
on our Instagram, third time's a charm. I posted like a server nightmare prompt
Oh
because it's
yeah.
been a fucking doozy at work lately. I swear some of these people that are coming out to like dine at a restaurant have never stepped foot in public for 20 fucking years.
Yeah.
Like, it's torturous. So I wanted to ask our followers if they had.
What did we get?
We got a couple. So one of them was really funny. Hannah thought that because it said tell me like your server nightmares,
Yeah.
but she thought it said severe nightmares.
Yes, Hannah.
And at the batch, she like shared with us that like growing up,
Oh my god, I know what you're gonna say. I didn't even see it.
it
Yeah.
was like there was like a section of the Gap called the healthy girl section.
Healthy girl.
Healthy girl.
And it was basically for the little
For the
chubby
little
kids.
chubby
It's
girls.
been wiped from the internet. Like she texted her mom.
Yeah, like
and
the
was
Gap
like,
would be canceled.
Were you just gaslighting me? And she's like, no, I swear that was a thing.
We're outing the Gap right now.
We are outing the Gap. Does
They
the Gap
had a
even exist anymore though?
yeah.
Oh.
We have one in Abbotsford.
Oh.
They got some good
We
stuff.
have a Gap?
Yeah, on High Street. Well, I haven't been there in a long time. It could be gone. I don't know.
I don't go to the mall.
I don't either.
Anyways.
I would no. So anyways, so yeah, like growing up, the Gap used to have sizes called the healthy girl size.
Yeah.
And Erin was like, it traumatized me my whole life.
She was like,
so
they
she
were
was
the
really
only shirts that didn't have anything like cute embroidered on the shirt. It was just a plain shirt.
So she was really excited to share her story until she realized it said server nightmares. Not
That was
severe.
a good one though. But yeah, that's been wiped from the internet.
Yeah, it's really funny. And you can find almost anything. So if we have any sleuths that follow us, see if you can find it. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, if somebody can send us a picture of the old healthy girl ad campaigns.
Plot twist, it's Hannah. Okay, so an actual server nightmare that somebody sent in. So they worked at a restaurant, and every Thursday there'd be penny dry ribs. So like I'm assuming one
For, like-
single dry rib for a penny.
That's wild.
That's crazy. I'd be there every Thursday too.
Same.
But apparently this massive group would come in every week, and their total bill would come to $7.
That's crazy.
And they would stay there for God only knows, an hour, 2 hours, God only knows. They would never tip their servers.
They could not even. How could they even do that for a penny?
I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna go with this place isn't open anymore because
Yeah, probably not.
how do you make money in this economy? I know this
In this economy.
I know this was
Anyways.
probably 10 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the servers never got tipped anything. And back when this was happening, servers still made less than minimum wage.
Yeah.
So that's a load of shit. And then every week the
Do
servers
make minimum wage nowadays?
Yeah.
Oh.
I know. Yeah, it's nice. I mean minimum wage is not great, but
I
like
don't even know what minimum wage is, to be honest.
18 something, I think. But yeah, every week the servers would rock, paper, scissors when they would come in to make who had to
That's
take them.
crazy though.
Imagine though you just like lose rock, paper, scissors every time and you have to serve them every week.
That would be my 13th reason.
I would simply tell these people to go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Your bill is $7. Throw me a 10.
Throw me anything.
Is that too hard to ask? Round it up. Give me $3. Round it up and spend $10.
Yeah.
insane. When I read that, I was so upset. Oh,
You're welcome.
that kind of reminded me of Harambe.
R.I.P.
Okay, and then a couple other things. So this is a server story that happened at my work that somebody told me about. And so it was like probably 2 weeks ago. And this girl was like serving this group of like bikers. They're probably like 40s. And she's like young 20s.
Yeah.
And there was three of them. And one of them was like a couple and then like a solo guy. And he started asking her like, oh, like, do you have a boyfriend? Like that, like shit like that. And she was like, oh yeah, like I have a boyfriend, whatever. And he's like, do you guys do threesomes?
Ew.
She like laughed it off. And I was like, if that was me, I would have fucking put him in his goddamn place. Fucking. And it reminded me that it was probably my first year ever serving. And it was like a late night Friday. And I had this couple and like they were pretty drunk. And they were like, well, like, what are you doing tonight? And I was like, oh, like, I'm going home. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going home. And they're like, oh, come back to our place. Like, we got lots of weed. We got drinks. There's a pool. There's a hot tub. And I was like, I'm okay. Like, thank you, though. And they're like, oh, like, we can just cancel our Uber. Like, you can just drive us there. Like, I was like, no, I'm not fucking doing this. And they were like, having this conversation with me while he's trying to pay. And I'm just like, no. And then I can't remember like exactly how it happened. This is probably 7 years ago. And he said something along the lines of like, oh, like we could like just go back, like have a quick threesome. a quick threesome. And I was like, I was so shocked. And I was young too. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I declined, obviously. Yeah. And he did tip me very good.
I was
really upset.
Kind of thing. I mean, they weren't like, hey, threesome, but they were like asking without asking. And
the
I was
eyes.
like, it was when I worked at an old bar called Cheers. It doesn't exist anymore. It's apartments. Yeah, and they were like, oh, like, yeah, like, you're just so fun. You're so cool. And I was like, yeah, I know.
Thank you, I know.
And then they're like, well, like, you could like come back to our place. And I'm like, I'm good. It was like midnight. I was like, I want to be at home.
Well, the last thing I want to do.
They tipped me very nice. They were very nice about it.
Yeah,
like,
these guys were assholes.
They were just like, oh, okay, like no worries. They were like, maybe next time. And I'm like, maybe not.
Maybe never come back.
It's not a server nightmare story, but I have a funny story from when I worked at that same bar. That place was such a shit show. All of us like would just drink on shift. It was when I was living with Amanda and she would have to come pick me up from work all the time. But we would play a game with like our regulars who would always be there and we would play shot roulette.
Stop.
And we had like the wall at the back of the bar with like all the bottles of alcohol, obviously. And we would throw coasters, like just the stupid little paper coasters. And you would have to hit 3 bottles, and whatever 3 bottles you hit, we would make into a shot.
Ew!
And they were so gross. We lost that place so much money because nobody paid for any of those.
Yeah, that's fair. I remember one New Year's, I was bartending, and like me and the 2 girls that I was bartending with, the night before, we like went through the roster of servers, and we were like, okay, we need to make a game. Like every time this server does this, we drink. We got so drunk by the end of it that all 3 of us like stayed and closed the bar because like one of us couldn't have done it on our own. That's so funny. And it was so fun. I would die if I tried to do that today, but it was literally like, it was so funny. And then we like, as the night went on, we'd like pull servers into the bar room and be like, this is what we're doing.
This is the game.
This is the game.
That's so funny.
It was really funny. I don't remember anything else. That may have been the night that I like felt. There was one New Year's that we were at my friend's apartment and my mom was there to pick me up. It was probably 3 a.m. And I went like running out the side door. Obviously it's fucking December and icy. And I slipped down the stairs and I smashed my face on an ice cold frozen metal pole. But I was so and my mom was watching the whole thing happen. But I was so drunk that I like didn't feel it in the moment. I woke up the next day and like I thought I broke my jaw.
Yeah,
I
dude,
was
you're
like,
lucky you didn't.
no, I'm really lucky I didn't. My face was like black and so swollen, and yeah, it wasn't good. It was a funny story, but it wasn't good.
Hmm.
You go.
Okay, do you remember Cheers though?
I feel like vaguely.
It's
I think it was before my time.
yeah, probably. Well,
Where was it?
it's across from Superstore where there's like those gray and yellow apartment buildings. That used to be
Oh.
Cheers, and there used to be a gym connected to it.
Yeah.
So the people who they owned both. So it was like the parents who owned the gym, and then their like dirtbag of a son owned
The bar.
the bar. He was such a weird manager. I also was like 45 minutes late to my interview, and I don't know how I got hired, but that's besides the point. It wasn't even my
Them
fault.
big ditties.
Probably, honestly. But yeah, so they owned both. So like they were connected. So there was a door at the back. And we used to, because like all of us were friends, the workers, we used to, after close, sometimes we would go and break into the gym and go and play basketball.
That'd be
And it
so
was
fun.
so fucking fun. I don't know how he never like got caught or in trouble for
They
that.
probably didn't freaking care.
His parents were like super strict. And every time they came into like the bar, we were all like best behavior.
That's my
Everyone
favorite
was
thing
scared of
is
them.
like when like the head kahunas come in and everyone's like acting
Do
like
your
they do this
job.
every day. Like they're like so polite and everything. And I'm like, oh bitch, I know you. I
Yeah.
know how you are.
Yeah, that was a really fun place though.
I never went.
It was like, yeah, we had really good potato skins.
I do like potato skin.
And then our chef quit, and then our potato skins got like a third of the size, and he made them so shitty. But they used to be like,
Rest in peace to Cheers.
I have one more story about there. So, he was the bartender. I went to like elementary school with him, and then I didn't talk to him. We weren't friends in elementary school, and then I got hired here, and he's like, "Oh my god, it's you!" And I was like, "Oh my god, it's you!" We became besties. So he's gay now.
Love that.
But it was so funny. So my family would always like come in, whatever, and I would serve them. And then one day he came over to the table to like introduce himself to my family or whatever. And I think it was like mom, Mel, Pico probably, and like my sweet little grandma.
Cute. Cute little group.
So he comes over and I was like, oh yeah, like this is Cole. And he goes, hi, I'm gonorrhea Cole. Because he's had gonorrhea 3 times. And I was like, Cole, that's my grandma. My grandma thought it was the funniest
I'm sure
thing.
your grandma did.
We still.
My grandma would have had a heart attack on scene.
Now he's married to like some sweet older guy and they live in, I think, New York.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cute.
But yeah, gonorrhea Cole. Mom still calls him that.
That's a tough nickname to break and to just be going
But
around.
he gave it himself.
Okay, that's amazing.
Like nobody else gave him this nickname.
That's amazing. He deserves an award that says gonorrhea Cole on it.
I know. He was so funny. But yeah, I died introducing him, and my sweet little like 89-year-old grandma who's like
Was
this big.
loving it.
Yeah, she was all over that. She was funny though.
One of my like actual real life server nightmares, like I actually wake up from a sweat in this often, is I have a dream that like I'm the only one at the restaurant except for like the people dining. So I'm like taking their orders, making their drinks, making their food, running all the food.
I would just leave.
I don't know what I mean. It's in my nightmare. I can't
fair,
leave.
I guess
I can't.
That adds up.
And like people just keep coming, and like the restaurant just like never ending. And I have like 70 tables, and then like I just like am standing there crying, and I'm like making steaks, and like I've actually woken up so many times in the middle of the night, just like panicking about this, and then I'm like, oh, it's just a dream. But the next time I go into work, I get like that deja vu feeling from my dream, and it's traumatizing.
Oh my God, dreams like that are the worst.
They really are. I've had a couple doozies lately serving.
Let's hear it.
So like we do parties at my work, and so like one time I had a party. It was supposed to be like, this is all within the last month. These 2 stories I'm gonna tell. So one of the parties, I think it was supposed to be like 18 of them or something. So obviously they're at like multiple tables because you can't just fit 18 people at one table. Logic, right?
Are you sure?
This grown lady was having like a fucking meltdown. She's almost crying because like they're so far apart. And
Then
then
go sit on her lap and shut the fuck up.
so then she's like, well, like nobody else is coming. There's only like 12 of us now. And I was like, okay, like what would you like me to do about it? They're all there. They all have drinks. And she's like, well, can't we just like move the tables? Having a fucking aneurysm about it. And then meanwhile, I'm like,
Ice machine.
it's really popping off. I'm like, you want me to move the tables after you've already sat down? And she's like, yeah, like if you could. I was like,
I can't.
I was like, I love nothing more. So she's like, well, why don't we do it in
Did
like
you do it?
She's like, why don't we do it in like an L shape? And then that way, like we can all be together.
I'm sorry, bitch. Do you have the whole floor?
They did. It was like a private little area.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay. Sorry.
Like it was fine, but like also don't fucking ask. If you want to set the table up how you want it, go home. There's the fucking door. So
sayonara.
as soon as she said that, I was like, well, like, I don't really think that's gonna work. Like, and she's like, no, that's how we want it. I was like, okay, bitch, it's your funeral. So then I like grab whoever I need to grab to like help me move the table. And I put it in an L shape. And I could tell as soon as they walked up and all tried to sit down that they fucking hated it. And I was just like, the whole time, I was so happy. Because I was like, this is what you wanted, bitch. This is what you wanted. And this is why we do our jobs. And this is why we set the tables up. Because it was like one person's back was literally like to another person.
Yeah.
The way they were seated.
Seated.
Yeah.
Sat.
The person that was like in the far corner couldn't get out without 8 people getting up to get out.
You're crawling over or under, buddy.
And like, oh, it just brought me so much joy because I was like, you're stupid. It was better the way we had it. Wouldn't you have rather walked 3 feet than get up every 10 minutes when Joe has to go take a piss? Oh, it was so annoying. And then I had another one. This was last weekend.
Yeah.
Oh, this was like actually like I cried twice in the span of this one dinner.
On like a side note though, before you start this, Celine was texting me this day. So she went to Wild Play, the like adventure park with her mom.
It's like ziplining and
during
shit.
the day before work. I didn't know that. So she sends me a picture of her ziplining and then instantly after.
Well, no, it was like 4 hours, but you just didn't answer my one photo.
On my phone, it looks like it was like back to back. So I get a picture of her like ziplining and then a picture of her crying in the bathroom at work. And I was like, okay. I was like, fun
day.
Where are you? I was like, when was that picture? Did you zip line today? I was like, are you crying? And she's like, it's been a fuck of a day. I'll send you a voice note later.
It's been a fuck of a day. Yeah. And it was so bad. So this party, it was just like a bunch of old ladies. And whatever. It's fine. We have a happy hour. And from the time of like when their reservation was to like when our happy hour was over, they had like 25 minutes. And not a single one of them, there's 20 of them, not a single one of them mentioned that they wanted to like order food off the happy hour.
Celine, you're supposed to read their mind.
Didn't realize that I was a fucking witch. And
you wish.
I do fucking wish. But
are you doing voodoo dolls in the bathroom on all these bitches?
Literally, like I've got 12. And then, so then this lady's like, it's like 6:02. So like happy hour ended at 6. And she's like, so if we want to order from the happy hour menu, do we have to order like before it's over?
Obviously. Have you ever been to a restaurant in your goddamn life? Have you ever gone to happy hour?
I looked at her and I was like, yeah. And it's over. Like happy hour's done. And then I shit you.
It's not a happy hour anymore.
No. It's never a happy hour.
Sad hour.
And then I shit you not, 7 of these old ladies start yelling at me because how could I dare not know that they wanted to order food? And they were freaking out. And I should have known. Instantly, the one lady said, well, you should have asked us. And I said, well, we're still waiting on 4 people to join. So typically we don't like get food.
Shut up.
We typically don't get food going till everyone's here. Susan.
Susan.
And
Was her
then,
name Susan?
no.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, whatever. I literally, in that moment, just went, okay. And I walked away and I walked up to my manager and I'm already crying. I was like, I had 7 people screaming at me and I just got so overwhelmed. And I started crying and my manager's like, okay, I'll deal with it. Like, whatever. And I was like, this is just so stupid. Like, how was I supposed to know? Anyways, and then as soon as my manager walks up there, they're like, no, everything's fine. Don't worry about it.
Great.
Yeah, no, everything's fine. I'm like, okay. Nothing's fine about 7 of you screaming at me. So I'm just like, okay, it's fine, whatever. I'm trying to like move on with my life on it. And then it was just like one thing after another. Like, I could not catch a fucking break on this party. And one lady basically asked me to go through the garbage because she accused one of my coworkers of throwing something out for her. And like, at this point of the party, I was just like, if I don't do this, like, I just felt like I had to.
Yeah.
So I put on fucking gloves and I start going through the garbage. And I walk back out there to like tell this lady I couldn't find what she needed. She's like, oh my God, it was in my hand.
But do you know the most wild part? She's like, my meds, my meds. It's literally like a lactate pill. Just shit yourself when you get home. Don't make your server crawl through trash.
No, literally, but in that moment, I was like, this party's already gone to shit. If I don't do this, they're gonna like get up and leave.
As they should.
Well, they should have. But yeah. And so I was like looking through the garbage and I come back. She's like, oh my God, it was in my hand. And I just looked her dead in the eyes. I said, well, I just went through the garbage for you. But I'm glad. Enjoy your fucking dinner.
Ugh.
Oh, it was so bad. And then at the end, the lady that was literally the worst of them all, she like wouldn't like, you know how like when a server has their hands full, you kind of like give them your plate. If they're trying to clear plates, you'll help them out.
Yeah.
This lady would just like hold it like right beside her and make me reach for it. Finally, I just left all her fucking plates there. I was like, you know what? You can stack them. That's fine. And then on the way out, she like says to my manager, oh, she was so lovely. I don't know how she kept her cool with all of us up there.
Fuck you.
Meanwhile, I'm in the back literally crying and like losing
Crying,
my
you
shit.
smell like garbage.
Like, it was just, oh my God, it was so bad. And that's what made me post the prompt because I was like, I just need to know that other people are miserable with me.
It's okay. We're miserable with you.
Yeah. Do you ever? I don't know why I looked at you like that. It's kind of scary. Oh shit, I lost my train of thought. I scared you.
Is it going to come back?
I don't know.
So I let Theo cut my hair.
It looks really good though. That's the best part of it all.
But it was so funny. I don't know if I already told you this. So I let him cut my hair. My mom calls me. She's on the phone with me and she's like, oh, like, what are you doing? And I was like, oh, like, not a lot. Theo, like, I'm letting Theo cut my hair. And he goes, oh my God, what do you mean you're letting Theo cut your hair? And I was like, it's not like I'm letting him, like, go at me with a razor.
With a what?
Like, you know, it's not like he, like, has the possibility to, like, buzz cut my hair.
No.
And I was like, Mom, chill.
You probably had some dull ass kitchen scissors.
They were my dull ass kitchen scissors. You think I cut my hair with anything else?
No, because I remember last time I cut your hair.
Yeah, with my dull ass kitchen scissors. These ones are my upgraded dull ass kitchen scissors, though.
Oh, we
They're
got
my
new
newer
ones?
red ones, you know?
Oh yeah. Do it again.
But I feel like I had another point. I don't know, it's gone. But he cut like 90% of it himself, and he didn't do too bad of a job.
No, he did a really good job. She like walked into my house the other day and I was like, your hair. She got Theo cut it. I was like, oh my God.
So cash.
So cash. We have a little hairdresser in the making.
Yeah.
Thank God, because that's just fucking
Well,
expensive.
I'm also, because he is like so scared to go to like a barbershop and get his hair cut.
Sweetie.
And then he's like, oh, well, like daddy barber. So Riley only cuts his hair. I was going to the first time, and then I just like grabbed scissors and I was going, and Riley's like, what are you doing? And I was like, winging it. What else do I do? And he was like, move, you're not cutting his hair. And I was like, I just assumed you're like, I don't know, it's short boy hair. I just thought I could like, apparently not. So thank God for Riley, or else he would look like a little weirdo.
He would have a bowl cut.
Yeah.
Either that or he'd be fully buzzed.
Yeah.
He could be cute with a little buzz.
He would, but then he would look way older than he already does. I already had a
Yeah,
mental
he looks
breakdown
10.
when I cut his hair from his like long curly locks.
I
Because now
cried.
he looks like a 10-year-old little boy.
When you sent me the
And I'm
photo
like,
that you
"Where
guys
is
cut his
my
hair,
small bebe?"
I literally cried. I was so upset.
He also likes to tell me, we'll like be in bed, and he's like, "It's okay, Mom. After my birthday, I won't be your baby anymore. But it's okay. I'll still really like you." And I'm like, all right, I'll see myself out. So mean. The first time he told me it, I bawled my eyes out in bed with him for like 15 minutes.
But he's so funny though. Just like the fact that he says that to you.
Yeah, he's really
Like,
funny.
So sad and so savage, but like so funny that he thinks of
And
like
then
just
like the
saying
next
that.
day, he'll like, man's just trying to gaslight me or something, I swear. The next day he'll be like, "Mom, you know I'm always gonna be like your little baby, right?" And I'm like, "Make up your mind. Can't take it."
Are you my baby or are you not?
On a total side note, I don't know. Do you know Alex and John, like the influencers, the content creators?
No, but you follow them on our account, so I see their stuff. They're having a baby.
So they were pregnant before, and she got like really far along, and they lost the baby. I cried a lot over it. I'm so emotionally invested in them. And then I saw that like on Sunday, I think it was that they posted it. And I was like, is this new? Is this like an old video that resurfaced? And it wasn't, it was real. And then they made the cutest. Did you see their little like gender reveal video?
Yeah, but I didn't watch it all.
It was so cute.
I think I was like trying to do something on my phone.
Fair.
And then that was like just playing on a loop.
they're
And I was
having,
like,
a little girl.
cute.
And their first baby that they like lost would have been a little boy, and they were gonna name him Leo. Anyways, I was heavily depressed, and now I'm just so happy for them. They're like my favorite people.
I
They're
get
so
really
funny.
invested in like people's
I
lives.
don't usually get invested in like
my favorite anything
books.
except for books. My favorite like influencers. Her name is Blake Healy, and then her husband is John Hartram.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like messaged
showed me
him.
them.
Yeah, I love them. They're so cute, and it's cute because like I've like messaged John a couple times. He like messages me back, and he's just like so cute and so supportive, and he's such like a good little husband. But they just had
Good little husband.
no, they're like perfect. I'm obsessed with them.
They're very cute.
But they just had a baby, and I was like,
was it a boy or a girl?
It's a little girl. Her name's Poppy. I know.
That's so cute.
But like seeing these people that I like watch on Instagram all day, every day have babies, I'm like, those are my friends. Like, oh, it's so cute.
Those are my friends.
Those are my friends because I don't have any in real life. So my friends are all through my screen and my books.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
I'm really happy for you for them.
I'm just so happy for them.
It's really exciting. I can't relate on like the baby feel of it, but like,
well, like baby feel like me being a mama part, like
you're
just their whole like little.
You're just a nice
journey.
person and you're happy for them.
Yeah, I'm just not a fucking dick bag.
Are you saying I am? Mm. Yeah. But cute. That's really exciting.
Yeah.
Do you watch Love Island?
Do you know how many times we've talked about this?
No. You don't?
This is the same. Remember, we were up on the roof with Asia, and you guys were talking about it.
I was like, the roof?
Like at my house.
I was like, when did we go on the roof?
No, so sorry.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, well, you should watch Love Island.
I should, but me and Riley were terrible.
Okay, but I have a really hot
somebody,
take.
Like tells us to watch a show, we just like boycott that.
Okay,
show.
well, you're missing out on greatness.
We're watching Sneaky Links right now with our girl Chloe Beach. Don't do that face to Sneaky Links. It's so good.
I didn't know what it was. I've never heard of it.
I've told you about it.
Oh.
And I said the same thing. I was like, yeah, our girl Chloe Beach.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that conversation. Yeah. Okay, I have a hot take on Love Island. And, like, okay, so there's one girl. Her name's Huda. And, like, everybody hates her because she is a little batshit crazy.
I do know that.
Yeah, well, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
She is a little crazy, but I think she's just going through it. Like, you see all
This
like,
is like you with Nesta. Well, the bad bitch who's just sad.
no, Huda, no, nothing the same.
No?
No.
Okay.
Huda is just like, she feels a lot of things. And like, I don't know, she like definitely like said some things that I was like, girl, shouldn't have said that. But like, I've heard like on like these like dating shows and like things like that, like these people are so sleep deprived. They're
Yeah.
filming for hours and hours and hours a day. It's fucking like 90 degrees in Fiji. I would not be thinking straight. And then like there's like heightened emotions, like producers and shit like will tell people things to like piss them off and things like that. And it's really sad because people have just been like really going off on her like social media. And I'm just like, it's so sad that like these are real people and they're gonna come off this show and then have to like see all these horrible things that people are saying about them because they made a bad decision that just happened to be on reality TV. Like,
I mean, that's the reason why I would never go on reality TV.
and I wouldn't be able to handle the comment section.
Well, also like, well, yeah, basically.
I think if I ever wanted to do a reality TV show, it would have to be like Traitors or Big Brother. Because I think it'd be really fun. Do you watch Traitors?
No.
It's so...
I've also never watched Big Brother.
This is the last episode of the Mildly Unqualified Pod.
We will not be returning because
What
Celine's
do
gonna just
you
kill me.
mean? Big Brother's so
Girl,
good.
I don't have that much time.
We'll find time.
No, in my free time, I read or do this podcast. If I'm not hanging out with Ryan, Theo, or working, I'm reading or podcasting.
I just huffed at you.
I know you did. I'm not giving up the books.
But you don't have to. Okay, you should.
Or in my extra spare time, that doesn't happen very often, I play Sims.
I play Sims. I love it when you like send me a picture and you're playing Sims because I'm like, oh my girl's relaxing. She's having fun.
I'm never relaxing when I play Sims, though.
I'm not a Sims girl.
I wish you were. I've been a Sims girl my whole life, though. Like, me and Mel we played Sims since, like, Sims 1. We would play it on my grandma's computer with the shitty little graphics.
I feel like I've definitely played Sims in my lifetime, but, like, it was always on, like, friends' computers and things. Like, I never got it for myself.
Yeah.
And now, who's got the time?
Yeah.
Who's got the time? Sorry.
Yeah. What was that?
I don't know.
No, Sims, like, it's like you just get sucked in once you're in it. Because if you're like, let's say you're building a house or something, everything takes so long. So then you look and you're like, oh my God, like 2 hours have gone by. Like, sometimes I'll stay up and Riley will go to bed. And I'll be like, oh, I'll just like, I'm going to play Sims for like an hour. And it's like 3 hours later, and I'm like, oh my God, it's like almost 1 a.m. I need to go to sleep.
And that's how video games rot your brain.
Love it.
There's always like, you've probably seen this before. It's like a post that goes around and it's like a Sims Facebook group. And it's like, how do you, it's like something about like, how do you make the kids eat? Or like, there's like something weird.
Or it's like, oh, I accidentally left my kid out in the rain and now CPS came and took them. Like, how do I get them back?
Or like, oh, I accidentally dropped my kid in the empty pool and now they can't get out. Or and like things like that.
And
oh
then, my God, I didn't notice this was a Sims group.
Yeah. I laugh every time.
I do love Sims though. Oh.
That was a tough one. See, I like Animal Crossing. I like the cute people.
I do love Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing.
What is it? Starlight Valley?
Stardew Valley?
Stardew Valley.
I love Stardew
I'm a Mario Party girl.
I am a proud new owner.
I'm so mad.
A Nintendo Switch 2.
I'm so mad.
I noticed Riley sent me the picture just before we started filming. It's going to be here Thursday.
I'm so mad that Nintendo, and we were talking about this before, but like, I already own a fucking Switch. Why do I have to buy a whole new console just to play a new version of a game? And I get it. That's how they're making their money. But
that's not even just Nintendo, though. That's
but it's stupid.
Everything.
It's stupid.
Or else they wouldn't make any money, and then they wouldn't.
It's stupid.
They wouldn't exist.
It's stupid.
It is stupid, but like
I want to
at least
play
there's
it.
like a method to the madness, you know?
And I get it, but like,
I mean, it's shitty. It sucks.
I don't want to spend money on a new Switch.
Well, you're just gonna come to my house and play it.
Well, I know, but it'd be way better if I had my own.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Anyways,
I
I've got
selling my old
Switch.
Switch, but then I was like, I'm just gonna keep it, and it's just gonna be my little Animal Crossing one.
Yeah, absolutely. I have words for Nintendo.
I also haven't had my Switch in my house for like 3 months. It's been at Keenan and Asia's house.
Oh, that's fair.
Because, I just touched toes with you. Because we just play Mario Party down there and stuff.
Mario Party. We're talking, I want Nintendogs back, but I swear to God, if they make Nintendogs and you have to have the Switch too, I'm guillotining every fucker at Nintendo. I'm gonna be so upset.
If they bring Nintendogs back, I wish that I still knew where my DS was. I do know where my DS is. I just don't know. I don't know where my Nintendogs went.
Do you want to hear my trauma story?
Yeah.
So I have 3 older brothers, and I remember this so vividly. There was one night I was going to bed, and I was like playing my Nintendo. I had like a red Nintendo DS, and I put it on my like bedside table to go to bed. Woke up, gone, never to be seen again. And not a single one of my fucking brothers have admitted it to this day. One of them stole it.
I'll ask Rye tonight. Probably wasn't Rye.
I think it was Dakota.
Probably. That makes the most
sense. How else would it just disappear? The Tooth Fairy? No. I was so mad about it because my Nintendogs died with it. They're hungry and they're looking for their mama.
How much do you think Nintendogs to buy on DS is probably so expensive now?
It's probably $70, like every other game. $80.
Yeah.
Stupid.
But because like I don't even think they don't make the games anymore, you know?
They really should. It's like a feather flying and you just like
cross-eyed and zoned in on that.
I have a couple words for the people at Nintendo, but my biggest thing is bring back Nintendogs, but make it compatible with all Switch devices. Please.
So Nintendo, if you're listening.
Yeah, so like one of the guys at Nintendo happens to be.
Yeah. Nintendo's never gonna hear this. No, I really want Nintendogs back.
That's like a childhood dream of mine.
I also really want to like find how I can re-download Barbie Pet Rescue and play that again.
You're fucking Barbie Pet Rescue. See, Barbie Pet Rescue was my littlest pet.
I'm sorry, again?
My Littlest Pet Shop.
Oh.
I love those.
But like my Littlest Pet Shop was like a legit. I loved Littlest Pet Shop. Me and Aubrey had so many.
I loved them. And Polly Pocket.
I loved My Scenes and Bratz.
Yes, I was a Bratz girl through and through.
Me and Aubrey would always make them all get married, kiss and shit.
Do you remember when we were in Calgary? The girl lifted up the skirt of a Barbie. It was like she was playing with a Barbie. She like lifted a skirt and like looked under the skirt, and then she went, "Oh, sorry."
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, sorry about that." She's 5. That was so funny. Yeah, it was like so this funny. Belle doll that was probably like, I don't know, like what?
It was bigger than like a Barbie.
Like just under a foot, probably. Like, I don't know. But yeah, it was just like it was just this like Belle princess doll with a princess dress, and they're just like
she's just like playing with it.
It was like my niece's friend.
And then
so they're just sitting there playing with their Barbies, and they're just like do whatever. And then she just lifts up the skirt. She goes, "Oh, so sorry," and puts it back down.
Me and Ashley were fucking pissing ourselves on the bed.
But like we also didn't.
We didn't want to like
we
embarrass
couldn't
her.
Like show it because yeah, she's 5. She doesn't. I don't know what she knows. So I didn't want to I didn't want her to be embarrassed. It was her first time meeting us. It was so funny. We just looked at each other and like we're both bright red because we were trying so hard not to laugh.
It was so funny.
I was so excited to go downstairs and tell my sister.
Oh, sorry.
Just the way she said it was funny.
But she didn't even like break her like voice that she was playing in either. Like it was
she was still funny. In like her I forgot about that.
Until this very moment I forgot about it too.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Sorry.
Oh, so sorry. Sorry, ma'am. Didn't see you there.
Oh, it gives me faith in the children. That was such a weird thing to say with no I don't know. Disregard.
Yeah.
Cut that. That seems like a pretty great place to
Yeah.
wrap this.
Oh my god. You're an idiot. Anyways,
Thank you so much for
thank
coming
you
back for another
so
week.
much for listening to us yap.
This one really went all over.
Yeah, I don't even remember what we talked about.
I don't either, but it was fucking funny.
We had a good time. I hope you guys had a good
I
time.
hope you guys had a good time.
Yeah.
Well, we love you.
We love you.
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thank
and
you.
We'll
Like,
see you next week.
yeah. Bye.
Are we mildly unqualified for this?
Absolutely, we are.
Are we gonna do it anyway, though?
100%.